I'm Sarina Fazan, taking a risk, making a difference, and changing the course of your life. Remarkable stories from people defying the odds. You're listening to On the Record. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for On the Record. I am so excited to have Leah Roddenbery here. She is Miss Tampa for the Miss America organization, and what a bonus and what a treat, yay, to have her mom Reese here, because Leah, you are here thanks to your mom.
I am.
Your dad.
I owe it all to her and him too.
He played a small role as
Yes.
well. So thank you so much for having us here, or for you being here. So Leah, you could be making history this year, though, right?
I am.
Because of this whole sadly coronavirus pandemic.
Yes. So there is a silver lining throughout this COVID pandemic. I will be making history as the longest serving Miss Tampa in the history of our organization since 1947. So that's pretty neat.
Wow. And so let me talk to you, and both of you feel free to answer these questions. I think there is a lot of confusion with so many of the different pageants and organizations. Mm-hmm. I do know Miss America and Miss USA, correct?
Yes.
Are the two big ones?
Yes. So those are the two big ones that most people have heard of or have seen, but it's easy to get them confused. So what's different about Miss America, it is a scholarship organization. So rather than just a pageant, we provide scholarships. We are the largest provider of scholarships to young women in the world, which is really one of the reasons I love it, and my parents too, to pursue higher education with those scholarships. And we also have a talent section of the competition. So these girls are not only so intellectual and beautiful and incredible leaders in their communities, but they also have talents that they work really hard on. I'm a dancer. I've been dancing since I was 3, so I love being able to perform on stage, and we really focus in the Miss America organization on the young women and their ability to be leaders in their communities, have their social impacts, which each candidate is able to have something that they are passionate about. So the Miss America organization, we are embarking on our 100th anniversary,
That's
which
amazing.
means 100 years of tradition, of empowering young women, and I'm so excited to be a part of it this year.
And you are a senior, right, at UF, at
I
the University
am.
of Florida.
I
Congratulations.
am.
What is
Thank
your
you.
major? What are you studying?
I'm a family, youth, and community science major with a minor in mass communications on the pre-law track. So starting those law school applications, writing those essays, and staying busy.
Reese, I mean, are you like, I'm just like, wow, future leader of America, this is awesome. So tell me about Leah. And she's the youngest of 5 kids, you said.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Girl, you look great, by the way.
Thank
You are
you.
gorgeous.
I've earned all of these. Thank you, you're kind.
So you have 3 girls, 2 boys, right?
Yes, Leah is the youngest of 5.
So tell me about her track to pageantry. Did she always want to do this, or what happened?
Yes, but with the help of me, of course, because when she was little, I have 2 older daughters. When they were little, and Leah was about 2, so 2, 6, and 8, we would watch Miss America every year. My boys and my husband would have to exit the room and go to another television. We had our popcorn, our Cokes, M&Ms.
Did you do your list? Like, I remember sitting there with my mom and my sister.
It was like a holiday in our household.
Yes. I loved it.
It was like the Super Bowl for guys.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So
that is so well said. The Super Bowl. The Super Bowl for us. Okay, I'm sorry. I interrupted
and
you.
I grew up doing that with my mom, so it was like a tradition I kept. But before the pageant would come on, we would have our own pageant, and of course I'm the judge and I'm everything, but they would have their little dress up costumes, and everybody wanted to be Miss Florida, but we could only have one Miss Florida, so they would take turns. And I remember they would want to be Miss New York and Miss Louisiana, because that's where I'm from.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And of course I'd have to pick each one to be a queen.
Right. And that had to have been difficult, though.
Yes, especially with my oldest one. She always wanted to be the queen. And so Leah, being the youngest of 5, she was actually kind of shy, because they would always speak up. So she wouldn't have a voice. And I said, well, I got to help her get over this. And I thought, And then someone told me about the Miss Florida pageant, and they would have, for girls between, I think it was 5 and 12, Sunshine Princess. And it was a mentoring program that they would get the young little girls with a contestant, and they would mentor her. So really, Leah got involved with the Miss Florida pageant through the Sunshine Princess.
How old was she at that time?
6.
So she was a princess for 6 years.
Oh, that's so sweet. So Leah, at 6 years old, did you know that you wanted to continue on the pageant path at that time?
I don't think I fully realized what went into it. I didn't see the hard work that happened behind the scenes. I just saw these beautiful women on stage, gracing the stage, being able to speak about their passions, and I knew I was interested in it and had that desire inside of me. It might have been small at the time, but it's grown over the years. So yes, when I was 6, I saw how this organization impacted these women, and being mentored by them throughout the years really influenced me.
You know, and I have to say, so being a television anchor and a broadcast journalist for years, so many people think, oh gosh, that's just so glamorous. But they don't know oftentimes the hard work that goes into it. I mean, it's a lot of hard work, and I think that is similar to pageantry, correct?
Yes.
So describe to us some of the behind the scenes and things that you had to do.
Definitely. It's really easy to be blinded by what you see on stage. And I know I always wanted to say, I want to be like her on stage and do that. And you don't realize how much it goes into it if you want to be successful and really make an impact and utilize your title to the most. So behind the scenes, I am calling people, I am emailing people, partnering with organizations and businesses to promote my social impact, going to community service events. Right now, I've been doing a lot of things virtually, so connecting with people and sharing their stories online has been something I've been able to do with my segment, Tuesdays with Miss Tampa, which I've created through COVID. So there are so many sacrifices that I have made if I wanted to make the most out of this title. I'm not always spending time with my friends or doing the usual college student things or activities, but I know that there's a bigger purpose and there's a job that I have as Miss Tampa, and I'm going to make the most out of it.
And I want to get back to that for sure, especially what you have been doing during this just unprecedented time. Reese, the watching her grow up and pouring in hours into pageantry. Talk to me about that, as a mom, and how you also continue to encourage your kids, because you can't win all the time.
Nope. And it's practice, practice, practice. A lot of time goes into this. She's a dancer, so part of the Miss America and Miss Florida program is talent. That's an area of competition. So you got to get whatever that is. You have to practice, whether it's singing, piano. She's a dancer, so it was going to the studio, dancing, and going to the gym, lifestyle and fitness, and staying a healthy lifestyle, not only physical, but mentally, emotionally, not letting this get be preoccupied, which I have seen. You want to have an even and Leah's she has the personality of my husband.
No, she's
you take after my dad in that
I'm
aspect.
a little more,
But I can say most of the days, I find my support through my mom. She gives me tough love, but I think that's what's important, and it's gotten me this far, is that she is my biggest encourager. And the days that it's not always easy days. There are hard days where, is this going to pay off? Do I really want to keep doing this? And she reminds me of my purpose in those times.
You have to have a lot of energy at some, it's a big deal.
So I know a lot of people, and I am going to go there because a lot of people have these questions. So what is the competition, though, like behind the scenes? Are there a lot of moms, do you think, too, Reese? I mean, and with girls, too. I mean, it does make me sad sometimes, because so oftentimes, and I try not to talk about it in front of my 13-year-old about weight, about, oh gosh, I wish I fit in these jeans again, or oh gosh, I don't look, the way I want to look like. I think there's just so much pressure on women in general.
Definitely.
So what is the pageant world like?
It is a lot of pressure, and time management is huge. Being organized and setting boundaries with people, and learning. Leah sometimes has a hard time being able to say no. I can't do it all. I have to not accept this appearance or event, and still having some downtime. For Leah, at least I know, she stays so busy. She's in school now. She's a dancer for the University of Florida. So with football, it's very busy. Basketball season, but this year's a little different with COVID.
Yes.
But and just staying active on campus and outside of the classroom. So learning to be able to do the things you need to do, but also knowing when to say no. You can't do it.
Can it be cutthroat, though?
That's what I was going to say on the competition side. I've had no experiences of any cattiness or anything like that. For me, I think it's the Miss America organization. It is so incomparable to find any other organization that brings together like-minded young women who are so high achieving and goal-setting young women that want to be the best leaders that they can be, and they're bringing other women along with them, which is so cool. And I have not found that in any other organization. I am part of a sorority and so female empowerment driven, but there's no other organization that I have been a part of that brings together like-minded young women who want to celebrate you and be your biggest cheerleader, even if they're not wearing the crown.
Supporting each other, uplifting, and that's fabulous.
That is such an important message, because women have to stick together and support other women.
Yes.
And the more I have found you support other women, the better you become in what you do.
Absolutely. Something I like to say is that, and I got it from my mom, but bringing another woman up is not going to bring you down.
Exactly.
And men don't really do that to each other. That's,
And women have the capability of doing that. You're right, because we are so much more, I think, just in general, more emotional creatures, and we share our emotions more openly than men. And I know, of course, there's always those exceptions, but in generalities, I feel like we have the opportunity to do that.
Yes,
to do that even more. So. Talk to me, though, like last year, you were competing for Miss Florida, and you were first runner-up. Congratulations.
It was. Thank you. Thank you.
First time that you competed.
It was.
Which is, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And you were so young, and you're still so young.
Yes.
I mean, you're only 19. You're 19 now.
I'm 21
You were 21
now.
now. You were 19 then.
Yes.
Okay, so, but she looks, But, okay, I have to ask. Of course, you're so happy, right, for the person who won. But are you standing there thinking, oh my gosh, I'm first runner-up? Really? Seriously? After all of this that I went through?
No, it was a blessing.
I think she was freaking out more than I was watching it.
Well, we didn't expect it
the
first year and being so young, but it all worked out great, and it was a blessing.
It did. So
it wasn't disappointing. Then it wasn't.
I mean, to be completely honest, you're going to be sad. You put in all of this work, but I was so filled with being overjoyed, and so happy for Michaela. She's our Miss Florida. She's incredible. But just being so surprised to be there, to be first runner-up, to be in the top 5. The women are incredible. So I was shocked. I know she was shocked.
I was very shocked.
And so, I mean, it's so pageantry. I mean, it is, again, going back to the Super Bowl for women, right? And sitting there and watching. So talk to us, though, about, do you guys choose your dresses? Do you pay for the dresses? What about the makeup? Do you get a hairstylist? Do you get a makeup artist? Paint us behind the scenes.
Basically, I do everything myself. Something I've learned throughout the Miss America organization. I also was Miss Florida's Outstanding Teen. So
congratulations.
Thank you. That's a younger program to the Miss America organization. And so I learned how to put on my own makeup, do my own hair, whether that's with products I buy, that are super expensive, or I can use stuff from CVS if I have to make do. But learning how to be resourceful and flexible is really important.
But it's a lot, spray tans.
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah. What else, Leah? Makeup.
The wardrobe. Always wanting to look your best.
And you're the youngest of 5. It's not like you're an only child. You have 4. You guys have 4 other children.
Yes, and that's one reason Leah I think, had an advantage over the other children or my other girls, is I had more time to spend with her.
Right.
To pursue this journey, because they were a little bit older whereas the older ones still had little babies I had to deal with.
Right. No, absolutely.
So, when she wanted to go on after the princess to the teen, and she did very well, I was the one, because she was only like 15, driving her around the state. I think you made so many appearances.
Yep.
And there's the sacrifice. She gave up a lot of her high school events and friendships, because she wasn't available to do things with them on the weekend, because we were either going to Children's Miracle Network hospitals, making appearances, with that organization or just different photo shoot, just whatever around the state. I mean, I had to actually get a new car because I put so many miles in.
Wow.
But I didn't get a speeding ticket anyway. That was good.
Well, it is dedication and commitment. And think about it, at that age especially, your friends really are your life. I mean, my 13-year-old Sammy, and I see it, and I'm very happy for her that she has such a great, solid group of friends. And to be able to give that up, though, to pursue this, that just right there shows so much dedication.
It's difficult, but something I've learned is to pick your friends wisely, choose your friends wisely, and hold them close. So have that tight inner circle of friends who are going to support you even through those hard times, and they know what you put into it and they support you to do that. You have to find those friends that are going to be there for you.
And it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, true friendship, I'll never forget, I was in the 3rd grade and a teacher said to me, how many best friends do you think you're going to have? And all of us were like, oh, like 100, 200. And he said, you'll be lucky if you have 3.
Correct.
And that has always stuck with me.
And that's so true.
Yes.
It is so true.
It's the quality over the quantity of friendships.
Yes. So I want to get to, of course, the serious topic of today, but I want to go back to the outfits, because for the dresses that you have picked, how do you pick the dresses? How do you pick the colors? Do you go shopping with your mom? How do you pick them?
Sure, I will say, and she knows this, I am very picky.
Very selective.
So she'll give me opinions and I'll say, nope, that will not be what I wear. And so I think it's sticking to what you feel most confident in and not letting other people sway what you want to wear. Right. Obviously, getting their opinions is important, but I know what I want and what will look best on me, and sticking with what will make me happy and let me shine. So that goes from the talent outfit to the interview outfit is really important, and then your evening gown. But that's also to say they don't have to be $8,000. I wore a used evening gown that I bought off of Facebook, off of a prior Miss Tampa, actually.
From Miss Florida last year.
So you do not have to be out there spending thousands and thousands of dollars. You can be really resourceful, again, with your wardrobe.
Well, I'm huge on consignment stores.
Me too.
Honestly.
I love to thrift.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. No, but I think what you just said just now is such a valuable lesson, because people can tell you their opinion, but it is so true. You have to feel good. Like, you have to feel good in what you're wearing, because if you feel good, you're going to perform well, no matter what you do.
You project it. And, that's a good point. Always be you.
Yes.
You know what? You can't be anyone else, so be the best version of yourself.
Oh my gosh, you guys are just amazing.
For young girls, I think that's one of Leah's
valuable.
messages, to go to, especially middle school girls, well, high school too, elementary too, but that middle school.
Absolutely, because
Clicks.
Absolutely,
yes, they're tough.
Very important.
Yes, and so speaking of very important, this is such an unprecedented time, clearly in our nation. I mean, oh my gosh, just imagine your kids are going to be learning about this. So as a representative of Miss Tampa and a representative of this community, I know you talked about how you're trying to carry it out through Zoom.
Yes.
How challenging is that, Leah? And how much, I know you have your show, which I want you to tell us how we can watch it. Tell us more about that, like how you have been navigating through this crisis.
Definitely. It was definitely unprecedented. No one saw this coming. I did not think a pandemic would occur, and especially put off the Miss Florida and Miss America competitions to next year. So it's kind of heartbreaking when something you're working so hard for is put off and you don't know how long it's going to be, when will this end. But I think I had a choice, and I could have stayed down in the dumps and not know how to handle myself, or get up and do something and be active. And I'm glad I chose the latter. So I started Tuesdays with Miss Tampa, which has been an opportunity for me to bring in really cool guests that can share their stories. So I had Laura Rutledge, and she's a former Miss Florida. The mayor of Tampa was one of my guests, and numerous Miss Americas were able to sit down and share their stories, what they've learned throughout their lives, whatever their career may be. So I think a lot of people and my followers have been able to have something to watch, provide some entertainment, entertainment and something other than COVID to see on their news feed has been really important. Besides that, I also authored a book during COVID.
That is amazing.
Yes,
Congratulations.
thank
What's the
you.
name of the
So it is named Leah Goes to Washington. It goes hand in hand with my social impact, which is igniting young women to pursue their ambitions, including political office. So it follows the main character who goes to Washington. She learns about the president and everything that being a president entails. So the community service and being a good friend and knowing those leadership skills. So it's a free downloadable resource, but also was recently published on Amazon for hard copy purchase. Thank you. So I was hearing a lot from parents, from mothers, from some of my friends were first-year school teachers, and they said, we are scrambling to find resources to keep our kids busy. And I thought this was a great time to make a free resource for them to utilize that also promoted civics education in an interactive way. So I'm really proud to have written that and to be using a lot of my time during COVID promoting civics education and the importance of it.
She is amazing.
Oh,
amazing. So what is the next step now? I know you have already touched on this. The pageant is delayed. But what is the next step? It's next year in June that you'll be competing for Miss Florida?
It is. So right now we are planning for the end of June 2021 for Miss Florida. And if all goes well, I'll be attending the 100th anniversary of Miss America. So to be part of that tradition would definitely be a dream come true that I've worked really hard for. But as of right now, starting law school applications, focusing on school, but also serving as Miss Tampa for not 1 but 2 years, which is a really neat opportunity.
Great city to represent.
Oh, I love this city. And I know, so people are going to ask, are you single, Leah?
I am very much single, but focusing on myself is what I like to say. So I don't even have enough time to really focus on myself. There's not a lot of free time in my schedule, but when it is, it's with my dog. I have a little Maltese, so I like to spend time with her. Spending my free time with my family throughout COVID has been a really nice break from the demanding schedule. But
our big thing is eating the best frozen yogurt. That's how we're trying to find where we can get some good frozen yogurt.
Yes. We'll have to think about that, right? And what is your Maltese's name?
Princess Grace.
Oh, Princess
of course.
Grace.
And she is the queen of the house.
That is adorable. Yes. Well, as we wrap this up, I want the viewers and listeners to know that I specifically scheduled Leah in at for 4:00. Because I hope I don't get emotional, because I wanted my 13-year-old daughter here to listen to you, because you truly, truly are an inspiration.
Well, I'll tell you.
I really appreciate that so much. I mean,
really
I think that's something I have learned through the Miss America organization is my purpose. Because I remember when I was a 13-year-old girl, and she said I was a shy girl, but really in high school, I was so afraid to use my voice. There would be days where I would say, I can't raise my hand in class because my peers are going to judge me, or I'm not going to say the right thing or be enough.
And they're so judgmental.
And there were days where people weren't happy for my success, and that was hard. I dealt with it. There were people that said rude things, and unfortunately that's life, and there will be people that aren't happy, but the power that I have found in using my voice has been so influential to make a difference in changing who I am and being confident in knowing I can say what I believe and not be afraid to do so, but then also to use my voice and use this title as a microphone to serve those other young women and to hopefully allow them to see that they have something important to say as well.
You are amazing.
And maybe Sammy will join in.
We'd love
you
that.
never know. Well, I'm biased.
We can get you a towel. We get you. Got a dress for you. I got you.
She's my little beauty queen for sure. I would have her come in here, but she's horrified. Probably.
She's beautiful.
Thank you so much. I want to invite you back. And
Thank you.
And you know what, Miss America, the Miss America organization, this young lady certainly has my vote.
Thank you.
For sure.
It's a pleasure being here, and I know being able to meet you has been a joy, and know that you are inspiring as a female leader, and
Thank you.
Just being able to be here today has been so exciting.
Thank you so much.
And I would say for all moms out there with daughters thinking of doing this, don't walk, run to this organization. It is amazing. Tremendous support for young women. And what's the mission of Miss America?
It's to prepare great women for the world, but to prepare the world for great women.
Oh,
yes.
love it.
And being fitting, it's so great.
Love it. Thank you so much,
you.
Reese.
Thank you for having
and
me.
Leah Roddenbery.
Yes.
Of course,
I
what did
wasn't
you
prepared,
say?
but
you were fantastic.
I made do.
You were awesome.
This is so
Thank
fun.
you. And I love listening to the mother's perspective always, since I'm a mom myself, as you know. Thank you so much for listening to On the Record. Of course, you can find me on all my social media platforms, Sarina Fazan Media or Sarina Fazan News. Again, thanks so much, everyone, for all your support and watching. Podcast is brought to you by Core Shorts.
Me being a professional hockey player, I have had my share of groin injuries in my life. When they showed me this product, I said, oh my God, this is the future. These shorts are exactly what they're meant for, to create some support throughout your pelvis. It's an amazing product. It's not only for hockey, it's for any kind of sports, recreational, postpartum. Women after their pregnancy need support throughout their pelvis. These shorts are creating that support throughout their pelvis. So it could be a mailman, it could be a fireman, it could be someone working in their gardens. Doing anything, if you're active, you need some support throughout your pelvis. That's what Core Shorts were designed.
For more information and to place an order, visit coreshorts.com.